What's up, guys? Coach Sauce here, bringing you some APDL action. Week 6, final week here. And we have ourselves against none other than our good friend Ryan, aka coach of the Letterkenny Lanturns. Nice little rebrand this season. But yeah, so this game was pretty cool to play. Ryan has a super cool team, actually. A lot of cool stuff that you can maybe do with the rain, lots of water types, and a lot of bulky boys. You know, scary threats like Zapdos, Starmie, very fast, and then some solid bulk between like Lantern, Poliwrath, Bastiodon. So yeah, lots of cool stuff. So let's waste no more time and let's hop into the team builder, and I'll show you what I brought this week to combat the Lanturns. So, starting off here, we got our boy Bob Ross. Now, Smeargle's awesome, okay? I mean, learning every move in the game has its perks, so we're gonna start off just with a simple setup set as our lead, as we found that Ryan doesn't really tend to run taunt at all or whatnot, so even if we go up against the Starmie, we'll just spore anything that comes out and then set up spikes, stealth rocks, all the good stuff. And once his job's done, basically Destiny Bond and hope to get a nice trade. So that's Smeargle for the week. Max HP, max speed. Next up is Shroomy, our Breloom. The standard set here, just rounding out HP to make Toxic Orb recovery as good as it can be. Max attack with adamant and a little bit split into defense and speed. The speed is just so that we can outspeed a max natured Marowak, and then we just put the rest in defense so that we could combat a couple ice punches or something, maybe from a Poliwrath. But we just run Spore, Substitute, Seed Bomb for all that grass weakness he has, and Focus Punch for that Bastiodon. Next is our boy Kevin Bacon. Thick fat, running leftovers, just doing a simple, calm mindset. Figure that we could maybe have a time to set up here against this team. Psychic does really well against most of his team, except for Slowbro, Starmie, and Spirit Tomb. So for those, we just bring Signal Beam instead. So it rounds out our coverage pretty well. And then we have a nice little substitute just to put up if we have the time. So that's pretty decent. Moving along, we have Guffon, our Rotom Wash, and just a simple rest sleep talk set this week. We have just our main stab attacks, Shadow Ball and Thunderbolt. So I mean, most of them aren't resisted unless he has his Lantern switch in with Volt Absorb, so that'll kind of suck. And other than that, Shadow Ball's only really weak against, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's unresisted most of the time, except maybe against like Bastiodon. So it's not the worst. So max special defense just to keep him bulky and intact against a lot of his threats. Max HP as well. Second to last is Stinky Pinky, the Clefable. We have ourselves Careful Nature here again. Max special defense, max HP. We're going for a classic Toxic Wish Protect set and just throwing in a Seismic Toss for some damage. The only thing that this thing suffers against mainly is Spirit Tomb. So with that, we just hope to maybe catch it off guard with a Toxic and then will it down that way. If it has Rest or anything, we're kind of doomed. So yeah, anything else, this thing pretty much walls it, except maybe Poliwrath, which we're not going to stay in against those guys. So yeah, nice little special wall. Last but not least is Grax, Sneasel. Choice Band this time, and we're going Ice Punch, Pursuit, Punishment in case he tries to do any sneaky stat boosts, and Low Kick again, specifically for Bastiodon. So yeah, max attack, max speed. Had to go Jolly just so that we could speed tie the Starmie if it was max speed as well. So everything else, Sneasel just outspeeds, so figured that we could just opt to not run Ice Shard and go for straight Ice Punch for more damage. So that's the Raichu for this week. Overall, I'd say pretty solid team. But yeah, without further ado, let's head into the game. So we have ourselves against Letterkenny Lanturns. So I lead out with a Smeargle, and he goes directly into Starmie. So he gets off a Reflect, and he wakes up because he switches out. So I get off a Sport anyways, so he gets off basically a free Reflect. So I'm able to just get off a quick layer of Stealth Rocks as he switches out. Since his Natural Cure and the Sleep Clause is out, I figured I'd just go for another Spore. So this allows me to then set up another layer of hazards. So at this point, we are collecting spikes on the ground. And that is our third layer of spikes. Poly Smash is going to destroy us. Luckily, we have that Focus Sash. So I'm going to go for a Destiny Bond here, thinking that he's going to attack, but he swaps it back out. So Destiny Bond's kind of ruined. Patrick comes in, and I know he's going to go for a Rapid Spin. I can't let all my hard work go to waste. So in comes Jkkayy. So that is the spin block activated. Gets up a light screen, but we get the super lucky special defense drop with Shadow Ball. And we're just going to keep rattling it off here because why not, right? We get another special defense drop. Feels unlucky, man. And he swaps out, which it's good. So again, expecting Starmie to stay in. We throw out a Shadow Ball, but in comes Casper, which is a big issue. He starts setting up, which is also a big issue. Has leftovers. So we go to Toxic the Casper and, you know, start taking him down, which is good. So he's already up to 2 stacks of Calm Mind, which is not very good for us, but at least the Toxic's going to be taking him down until we find out he's a rest set. Now, I had nothing to stop any sort of stats, and this rest set, I have to bring in Sneasel like now in order to just deal with this. Otherwise, it's going to basically run over my whole team. So Casper is very spooky. So in comes Grax, and he has Snore, gets a crit, so that doesn't feel good, but we get our nice little wish, so that's cool. We get a punishment, almost kills, leaves him at 6%, and in comes another Snore, another crit, and down goes Grax. So Casper is left alive here, 6%. So I just need anything that can outspeed this thing so it can't get off another rest. So Jkkayy, luckily, is faster naturally, and we just hit off a T-Bolt, and we breathe that sigh of relief. So in comes Bastion Mom. It's currently 5-5, and now's a good time to bring in Shroomy, I think, because this can't really touch me as far as I can tell. Maybe soak up the Toxic, but instead we activate our own Toxic Orb and get off a Spore. So Bastion Mom is asleep, and we get up a nice opportunity to substitute, but he immediately wakes up and he tried to snore, so that's kind of a feels bad moment. It's like he was prepping for the sleep and it turned against him. So Iron Defense comes out, but it's not gonna save you from the 4 times Focus Punch. Not sure if the crit mattered, but either way it was dealing a ton of damage. Patrick comes right in, dies immediately to all the hazards. Same with Slowbro, already down to 63%. Seed Bomb cleans it up in 1 kill. 1 shot rather, and from here Shroomy just does his thing, you know. Shroomy versus Shorzy. Sorry, Shorzy, you're going down. Another seed bomb. And, you know, that water typing working against him at the moment, as seed bomb's just kind of able to clean up and sweep to victory here as he gets up a last little bulk up. But yeah, so we're just gonna let this play out here. He gets off a couple protects and tries to stall out as best he can, but in the end, Poly Smash does go down, and we take this game a nice 5-0. So, I mean, yeah. GG's to you, Ryan. That was super fun. It was a very good game, actually. It was a lot closer than it looked, to be honest. Spiritomb was like a couple moments away from completely taking over the game, so that was a super cool bring. You know, I respect the snore game. It's pretty dope. But yeah, very cool team overall, and GG's again. Good luck in playoffs, man. Hope you do well. But yeah, we're sitting pretty cool here. Going into playoffs now, we're feeling pretty good. So excited to see the playoff preview and all that's coming up with that. Excited to see all the seeding and what the bracket's gonna look like. So feeling pretty confident here. Not too sure if we're gonna make any last minute team changes, but we'll see. So yeah, feels pretty good. We can head into playoffs with a full team of shinies. So we'll go from there. So thank you again for watching, and yeah, go Raichu. See you guys in playoffs. Peace.